So if mortification is not essential to membership in Opus Dei, then why do so many people practice it still? If you listen to the criticism and conspiracies surrounding the organization, then it can be easy to overlook the supposed justification for carrying out such rituals. There is a spiritual goal behind mortification, one which members say is overlooked by the more fantastical tabloid nature of much of Opus Dei's coverage in the media. Running a mile, they suggest, might bring about far more hardship and pain for people than wearing a cilice. Mortification has been a part of Catholicism from long before the arrival of Opus Dei. Traditionally, it was part of the process of training people to live virtuously and devoutly. Known as asceticism, the practice has become a hallmark of the way Catholicism has been taught over the centuries. Gradually, the body is trained to endure hardships. These can come in many forms, and as we have already seen, they go in and out of fashion on a regular basis. It might help to view mortification as a form of spiritual exercise, gradually working oneself into better shape. It's not exclusively Catholic, and could theoretically be practiced by a Muslim, a Sikh, or an atheist. It's even seen often in day-to-day life. For example, a parent withholding dessert from a poorly behaved child would fit the bill. What makes the practice particularly Christian, however, is the view that mortification is a response to sin. When a sin has been committed, it's possible to use mortification in order to revive a sense of penitence. It's meant to kindle in the person a desire to rectify a situation to make up for their sin. There's an idea that mortification is the person physically reminding themselves that sin causes wounds. These wounds are in the sinner, in the person they have sinned against, and in God. That's not to say that comforts and pleasant things are inherently sinful, but rather that the acknowledgement that these things are good. Conversely, then, denying them to oneself is all the greater because of this. It's a sign of regret, showing God that you're sorry that you've sinned, and that you're resolved not to do the same again. There is a second, deeper spiritual level. Through mortification, a person is able to unite themselves with the suffering of Jesus Christ. In particular, the suffering that Christ endured during the crucifixion is replicated on a much smaller scale in order to draw a person closer to their deity. There's a degree of atonement, sharing the burden of pain that forms a large part of the theological message of the New Testament.